So, John, coming to theatres this summer, it's F1. This is the Brad Pitt film. We've talked about this, I think, on our news show. And it's directed by Joseph Kosinski, and it stars a whole host of well-known F1 drivers in there.
Yes.
John, I asked you prior, obviously, to us pressing the record button. Just, I wasn't really sure what it was going to be about in terms of how they were going to, which angle they were going to go with. Was it going to be a documentary? Was it going to be a mockumentary? Was it going to just be a fictional character? You did confirm that Brad Pitt is playing this character, and it's a sort of underdog story, I would say. You're more the F1 guy here, so can they do this? Can they make this believable?
Well, I mean, they can do it, but there's no way a team would go from being a back runner in F1 and then in one season contending for a championship. That's not the way F1 works. You have to have sort of wind tunnel time. You need to increase your sort of advancements, your team, build out your sort of, what would you call it, factory and whatnot. You have to, it takes years and years and years for a team to go from maybe a back runner. I suppose McLaughlin kind of did that a couple of years ago though, but then they didn't win the championship. But they did go from being at the back to being right at the front competing. So maybe I'm talking shite, but it's very rare, very, very rare. You don't have like a Diddy team, as we like to say in Scotland, going from 20th in the grid to fighting for a championship. But look, that's not what film's all about. Suspension of belief and whatnot, and you have to go in and enjoy it. And to be fair to them, and to be fair to Brad, they've tried to make it the most authentic experience possible. They've been on the grid at actual Grand Prix with their own garage on the paddock. They've been getting involved in media duties. They've really just inserted themselves into the sort of the calendar, the F1 calendar. They've mixed with actual drivers, Charles Leclerc, Lewis Hamilton, Max Verstappen, all these guys walking about. So it's going to feel like an F1 film, which it should be, because that's what it fucking is. Stating the obvious there, but it's going to feel authentic. And to be fair, I've seen little snippets also. We watched a teaser, didn't we? And they've got the sense of speed. And he's been out driving a modified F2 car. So they've went.
I think this is a teaser as well, John. It's only half a minute long, so I think it's one of the films you can't really show too much anyway.
No.
Give us the essence of what it's about, and that's enough.
But I do like the look of it. And I love Brad Pitt. I've said that. I mean, 10 the guys, I mean, he's rated, but he's still underrated. I think he's genuinely a fucking brilliant actor. He can do so many different genres. He can do rom-com stuff, he can do drama, historical stuff, biopics, everything. This guy can do everything. He's a great actor. So, without further ado, shall we get into it?
Yeah,
and see what he's doing here in a 3 and a 2 and a 1. Play. So, I mean, look at that. The camera looks incredible. Spa Francorchamps. I tell you, man, I'm really looking forward to it, Stephen. You know, as you say, I'm a massive F1 fan. And that looks like a proper, I don't know what you'd call it, recreation of the sport. It looks really authentic. The angles they've used in the actual cockpit and whatnot, it just looks bang on. It looks really
I think
authentic.
when you do a film like this, you have to make sure you have to make it as authentic as possible. It's filmed in IMAX, obviously. I think for yourself, John, a silly question to ask you. Would you watch this in IMAX? I think you would.
100%.
We saw it in Ford v Ferrari. Was that Mangold that did that? I can't remember.
James Mangold, yeah.
But it's that sort of balls to the wall action you're going to get, and you have to get right into the driver's seat in terms of the audience to really have a clue of what this is all about.
What's the other one with Adam Driver?
Driving these cars.
Ferrari, Adam Driver, that was another one. You got the sense of speed. It's the absolute key. Obviously with Ferrari, that was more about Enzo, wasn't it? Yeah. And obviously him being driven to make them great and try to advance sort of technological side of the car. With this, I think it's going to be more, like you said, Stephen, at the start, a kind of Cool Runnings meets F1 redemptive kind of thing, where he goes from being this guy that's meant to be over the hill to being in the seat and driving them to a championship or being in contention. It's just being, I mean, just that shot going up Eau Rouge at Spa-Francorchamps. It's fucking
In
unbelievable.
terms of the narrative, John, you mentioned Cool Runnings there, and that was a film that sprung to my mind when we were discussing this before we hit the record button. I've got a funny feeling that it's going to have the same type of ending as well. So close, but not close enough. I think that's the way it's going to play out.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be fine, and it would be authentic, because you can't do it.
Yeah.
What a Red Bull or a Mercedes or a Ferrari or a McLaren would not be ousted by some bit part team at the back in one season. It would take years of advancement for them to come from the back, be in contention. They could make a jump and be in the points and going for podiums, but they wouldn't win a championship. But we'll see. No doubt they will make them win it, but it's fine. Look, man, I tell you, Apple were original films. They're doing great stuff. I mind we discussed Apple going down that route and employing the best filmmakers in the planet. They've already won an Academy Award, if not multiple. And that you can see what they're doing here. They're really making great films. They've went a different route to Netflix. Netflix are more populist, and they make big sort of action, bombastic films with the likes of Ryan Reynolds and fucking Dwayne Johnson and whatnot. They do some good things. They're more like an A24, but with money behind them. They're doing really interesting things. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm definitely going to go and see that in the theatres. 100%. That's a film I go and watch in the theatres. That's made for me. Love the sport. Love the authenticity. Love Brad Pitt. It's all there for me. What's your thoughts though in F1? What's your thoughts in that little snippet teaser? Share your thoughts down below about that. Where you're at with this film. Are you looking forward to it? You're not giving a shit. For anything, all of that, anything in between, put it down below in the comment section. That's not even English, but it doesn't matter. It is now, because it came out my mouth, and I decide what's fucking English on this channel, and so does Stephen. And sometimes you can't understand it. Horses fuck horses. Share your thoughts down below in the comment section. Like the video if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon to get notifications straight to your eyes. And until next time, thank you for watching us. And bye-bye.